everyone, welcome back to Great Northwest Weaponry. This is Thomas, and today we're doing a video unlike anything that we've really done before. This is my 2024 elk hunting vlog. I went to the Starkey unit of Eastern Oregon, Unit 52, out near La Grande. It's about a 4-hour drive from where I live to the edge of the unit. To where we were actually camped, it's closer to a 6-hour drive. Part of that is because of the road conditions once you actually enter the unit. Before we get started on the vlog section of the video, I wanted to go over some of the gear we had with us and kind of what the video is going to be about. Went with my older and younger brothers. We stayed in my older brother's adventure van, of which was a different experience. I've never camped in that way. All of the video is just going to be me and my part of the hunting trip. Now, if you don't want a spoiler here, you might want to go ahead and skip ahead 10 seconds. I was unsuccessful. We were all unsuccessful. We got skunked pretty bad, but still got some good footage that I wanted to show you guys. Now, the gear that I had on me at any given time during the hunt, and anytime I stepped out of my truck, I had all of this with me. So there's, of course, the Winchester Model 670, then binoculars. Got Vortex Diamondback 10x42s. Got these for Christmas from my mother a couple of years ago, and I'm pretty happy with them. Then I purchased this rangefinder from my boss, actually. This is a SIG Kilo 2000, and anytime you hear me mention we're this far from the target, I'm confirming that with this. So for other videos, this has actually been utilized quite a bit on the channel generally. Now, anytime I enter the woods at all, I have my K-bar on me, and you can see on the blade there all the wear. This thing has definitely seen some use. For hunting purposes, I also carry a pair of gutting and skinning knives. Both of these are Knives of Alaska brand. We've got the Cub Bear, and I've used this on a couple of deer that I've taken in the past. I've had these for a few years each, actually. And this one is great for the gutting portion of the gutting and skinning, and then for actually caping out an animal, the also Knives of Alaska Muskrat. And again, this has no piercing feature, but the blade runs all the way around the edge, and it is very useful for, you know, kind of sweeping motions when actually skinning out an animal. Now, another thing that I always do when I go hunting, I carry a pistol of some kind on me in the event that I down an animal and then I come up to it and it is still alive. I am not someone who would be considered bloodthirsty when I'm hunting. I do not necessarily enjoy the part where I'm actually killing the animal. I want that part to go as quickly as possible. There's, of course, excitement the moment I pull the trigger and I see it go down. But when I walk up to an animal, if I see that it is still alive, I'm going to do what I can to put it out of its misery relatively quickly. This year, I brought with me my Smith & Wesson Model 1917 in 45 ACP. Now, we're going to go ahead and go into the vlog portion of the video here, and I did film the intro and outro after my return, as I'm sure you would have gathered by this point, but still, just wanted to verify that. Now, here we go, onto the vlog. 2024 Elk Hunting Vlog, Volume the First. It is October 29th, opening day -1. And today we are simply doing some scouting. We're going to be mostly buzzing down back roads all over the unit and seeing if we can spot anything. And I'll be taking some brief video of, you know, just cool things that I see and if I happen to spot any animals. Tomorrow morning is officially open season. Got some deer. Hunting Vlog Volume the Second, opening morning, October 30th. and we are about to go out and hit the road. Got my 300 Win Mag just to the right of me here, and I've also got, just on the other side of my vehicle, my Winchester U.S. Army Model 1917. Both are loaded, not got one in the chamber, obviously, because that would be stupid. And yeah, we'll see if today is the day. First day actually hunting. See how it goes. Got a small forked horn buck. If it were deer season, I'd probably take it. Found what looks like a heavily used elk trail. A game trail here, but it looks like mostly elk tracks going both to and from. So I'm gonna follow this for a while. Just look at that. I believe I may have found where they were bedded down this morning. This is all quite fresh, and there's several piles all around this area. Might have to check this spot out again, first light tomorrow. Hunting vlog volume the 3rd. Doing some road hunting today. Put quite a few miles under my heels yesterday, and am rather tired from doing so. Didn't really see much in the way of elk, but one of my brothers spotted in excess of 60 all cows. So again, we are opening day +1. This is October 31st. And I will add video if I see anything worth taking video of. This is a beautiful area. Love these sequoias. At the very northern edge of the unit here, and definitely got some snow last night. Walking a small trail that I found. That looks promising. Well, that little road led me to a little game trail, led me to the bottom of a dried creek bed. Getting back out of here is definitely going to suck. Got another buck deer. Oh. 2 of them, maybe? There's 2 deer, 1 buck. Always fun to see. We're getting near dark now. I've been watching this riverbed way down here. Just a couple of minutes ago. You won't be able to see them. I doubt I could even find them now, but a few elk actually finally passed by. First I've seen since opening morning. 4 cow and 2 calf. Hunting vlog volume the 4th, opening day +2. It is November 1st. Today, mostly going to be road hunting again. Probably be hitting roads all around the area that I saw the elk last night. Even though there wasn't a bull amongst them, there are more elk in the area, and I did hear gunshots all the way up until sunset last night. So there's still elk here, and I would very much like to find one. So we'll see how it goes. A handful of deer ahead of us here. Looks like 4 of them. It rained last night, and it seems to have gotten the deer up and moving. I'm hoping that bodes well for the elk. We got one right over here, and one right between those trees there. Hunting vlog volume the 5th, opening day +3. Got just today and tomorrow left. I'm starting out the day with a bit of road hunting, and I'm going to try and find a good ridge overlooking a riverbed and see if I can spot anything coming up and out. Always so many deer. They seem to be all over this unit, but I'm barely seeing elk. More deer. There was 2 over there, and then I saw another one. Well, it's taken off in the brush. Yeah, there were at least 3 there. Lots of deer in this unit. Beautiful buck. Look at that. Hunting Vlog Volume the 6th. Final day of hunting. This would be opening day +4. It is snowing quite heavily. So we'll see if I'm really able to drive much in this. It is cold. You can actually see my breath condensating there. So yeah, we have been skunked so far on this trip. I've seen almost exclusively deer. I saw elk one evening. My brothers who came before me saw elk when they were scouting, but none of us have seen a single bull in the entire time we've been hunting here. So unfortunately, we might just go home without any meat in the freezer. 'Tis what it is, but one more day to try, so here we go. This has got to be one of the worst roads I have ever taken my truck on, and it's a little sketchy. More than a little. It's actually mildly terrifying. Waking up with a headache on the final day of hunting sucks. Luckily, I found a nice hillside to sit and stare at, which I have been doing for the last hour and a half, and will probably continue doing for at least the next hour in the hopes that something wanders by. In conclusion, I will probably never elk hunt the Starkey unit again. It was an 8-point draw. That means it took 8 years of putting in points to have a guaranteed draw. And I burned, I think, 12, maybe 13 points on this one. This was the unit that it seemed good. It seemed promising. And I'm not saying it's a bad unit per se, but driving around, I never saw more than one elk hanging in any given camp. And again, we got skunked. So it was an enjoyable trip. I'm glad that I went. This was my first time going elk hunting with a tag. I'd been as a child, but I've never actually gone elk hunting. I've always been a deer hunter. And I might go to Starkey for deer hunting. I saw a buck every day, and rifle elk season is after both archery and rifle deer season. And I, again, saw at least one buck every day, and a few of those were pretty nice. Didn't get nearly all of them on video, actually. I saw several deer that were not caught on video. I saw very little in the way of elk. I saw a total of 9 elk over the course of the entire trip. I saw 2 as I drove in the night that I arrived. And then I don't remember which day it was in the vlog, but I definitely had a video segment on this. I saw a group of 6, of which 4 were cows and 2 were calves. I saw those at about 520 some odd yards. So even if there had been a bull amongst them, I wouldn't have taken that shot probably. That's, with this rifle, I'm not confident that I could get a lethal shot at that distance. I would more likely just wound the animal. And as I said at the beginning of the video, that is not what I'm going for. When I take the shot, I intend on everything after that going as quickly as possible. I don't want to just drag out the misery of anything. That's just cruel. The roads in the unit, that is one more thing I wanted to address. They are atrocious. There are maybe 2 actually good roads in the entire unit, and they're only good up to a certain point. All of the side roads were some of the worst that I've ever been on. I've always deer hunted the Chesnemus unit out near Joseph and Enterprise, Oregon. And that unit, the roads are not great, but they're a heck of a lot better than they are in Starkey. I was spending a significant amount of time afraid that I was going to blow my tires, in spite of them being snow-rated all-terrain tires. Like when you're driving over a road and there's boulders the size of a man's head and they got sharp edges, it's mildly concerning. So, and that was average. I had at least 3 different instances that I genuinely thought I was going to be stranded miles from the vehicle. I put a minimum of 2 miles of hiking in each day, and I hadn't actually addressed this at the beginning of the video, but as I'm sure many of you are aware, I have a bum left leg. So hiking and that style, that kind of hunting isn't something that I can do consistently. My brothers were doing 8+ miles every day. I was doing 2 to 5. Most of what I do when I go hunting is road hunting. So road conditions is very important for how I have to hunt. I'm either road hunting or I am sitting in a blind or in trees, like a copse of trees somewhere. Got a couple of instances on video of me doing that style of hunting as well, of which is boring, by the way. If you've never done it, if you've never just sat in one location for like 3 to 4 hours, dead silent, waiting for something to pop up, it's a task. But it can pay off. Unfortunately, this year it did not. Hoping to do more hunting next year, maybe some deer hunting. I'm actually really wanting to go archery hunting. I've never been archery hunting. I do have a bow, and I'm wanting to start featuring that on the channel at some point. This is Great Northwest weaponry, after all, not just Great Northwest guns. We've so far looked at guns, knives, bayonets, and other military gear of World War I and II mostly, but might bring in the bow at some point, and there will be, when I have the chance to do hunting videos, if you guys like this format, you will be seeing more of it. So feel free to drop comments. Leave a like, subscribe, all the things. I never say that, but may as well drop it once or twice in the history of the channel. Hope you all enjoyed the video. This has been Thomas with Great Northwest Weaponry, and I will see you next time.